Okay, welcome to a new video. In today's cook-up, I want to show you something that's really cool within this video, so make sure to keep watching until the end. But in today's video, we're going to do a nice Afro cook-up. I'm just going to show you the basics of how I come up with like an Afro track, but I'm going to show you something, the secret sauce that I always add to my tracks, mostly in Afro tracks, but it can work for any genre. But I'm sure you're really going to like this one, so stick with me. I'm going to throw on a kick. And I think my tempo is going to be 123. 123 I think is a good tempo. You let me know what tempo you use for more Afro style house music. Like Afro deep or Afro tech and those kinds of things. I think that sounds nice. I think that sounds super nice. I think that sounds super good. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into my SA Deep House sample pack. And I'm going to pick a shaker and I'm going to go into my channel rack here. And I'm going to drop in a shaker like that. And I'm going to raise my swing. And then I'm going to place it here in the playlist. Now I'm going to create a new pattern. I'm going to add this bongo. And first I'm just going to add this pattern to here. And I'm going to add this clap here. It's adding a really nice accent to the track. I think I'm going to add this shaker here just to add some swing to the track. Okay, I think that's sounding super nice. And next what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in a flex and I'm going to drop it there. And I'm going to go into Essential Pianos. And I think I'm just going to pick a Steinway D. It sounds like this. So I'm going to use this piano as my main driving sound that I'm going to use for this track. But I'm just going to go an octave lower. Okay, so I'm going to record something. Okay, I think we have a nice progression there. So I'm going to turn it down a little bit and I'm going to raise the mix and change the color. Maybe turn on the delay. I don't want it too dark, I don't want it too deep as well as a sound that is for Afro style music. I think that sounds pretty cool. And then next I'm going to add maybe a GMS. I'm going to drop it in right there and I'm going to go into pads. Ooh, that sound is nice. Let me record that in. Okay, I think that sound is nice. And what I can do with this sound is I can make it move. It can start off like really low and then build up. So I can automate the cutoff a little bit like that and make it build up. now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. And then next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw in another flex, another instance of flex right here. And I love to pick my basses from Allbait Bass Utopia. There's amazing bass presets in here, and you can see I actually favorited some of them. Ooh, that sounds dope. That sounds super sick. Let me record this in. Okay, I think we have a nice bass going right there. Boom. So I think we have a bass. I think I'm gonna throw in this sound here, just right there in the middle. I think that sounds nice. And I think it can end right there, so I'm just gonna cut it off right there. And I'm gonna send it to a mixer track and throw on some delay on it. I think we need a pad now, so I'm gonna go into what has nice pads. You let me know down below where you get some nice pads. Maybe Morphine has nice pads. Let me try that. And go into Pad Atmos. Ooh, I think that one sounds nice. I think this one sounds really cool. So what I can do with this one is I can just copy what's on the Steinway, and then I can just drop it in right there. Drop those chords in like that, and then I can just bring these chords back and do that, and I'm going to delete these and do that and stretch these out all the way till the end, and make sure the velocities are all the way. Why do I keep doing that? Okay. Why do I keep doing that? Oh, I'm pressing Control instead of Alt. Okay, there we go. So what I'm gonna do is with this Morphine, I'm gonna make it pump duck a little bit so that it has a little bit of pump. Maybe a higher octave would be nice. Okay, so now time for the secret sauce that's gonna put all of this together, that's gonna make this sound super nice. Now I'm gonna go into the plugin picker and I'm gonna throw on a flex right there. So what I like to do when I have sounds like this, when I'm thinking of a melody, sometimes I might not really come up with a good melody idea. What I like to do is I like to throw in like arpeggios. So what I can do is I can come to all and I can search arp like that, and I can pick an arpeggio. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy the same pattern that's right here on Morphine. I think it's the same pattern that I want, and I'm gonna just paste it right there like this. So it's gonna sound like this. Okay, obviously I have to pick a nice preset. And I think I'm gonna play around with the cutoff. I'm gonna drop the cutoff down. I think this preset is dope. I think this preset is really nice. So I'm gonna create an automation clip like that, and so that it builds up nicely into the second section right there. And what I can do is I can just duplicate this like that, and maybe go into this folder here and throw in this noise splash right there, and maybe I can reverse it. Boom, like that. And send it to a track and use an effector to make it duck, to leave room for the kick so that it builds up. Ah, that sounds super nice. That sounds super dope. And what I like to do is, instead of just only automating the cut off on this sound. You can also even automate the mix of the reverb. So I can create an automation for the reverb as well and make the reverb like intensify around here by the transition here. Do you feel that? Do you feel that? That sounds sick. And now you can throw in some cymbals if you want to. Maybe something like this right here at the beginning, like that. Okay, my cymbal is not loud enough, so I'm going to raise it like that. So that's what I like to do. I like to use arpeggios. So you can even use more layers of arpeggios depending with what you want to do. So maybe 2 or 3 if they kind of work together. You don't want to overdo this to use the arpeggios. I think you guys should be using arpeggios more. I feel like most people are struggling with melodies, but at the same time they want to create their own melodies. But instead of using arpeggios, you know, they just struggle and make terrible melodies. But using arpeggios is really a good way. So I'm gonna play this back and we're gonna hear how it sounds in full so that you guys can hear how this track is sounding right now. And before we do that, make sure to subscribe down below and also like this video and share it with a friend. I'm sure it's gonna be helpful to them. Okay, let me play this back. Now the build up, the kick comes out, and now the bass. Do you feel how thick it is? Ah, that sounds super nice. And over here, if you want, you can even just add that there and take out the drums. For the breakdown section, now imagine if this had a vocal. Let me know down below if this would work with a vocal. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. I'm X and I'm out. Peace.